I work from home tomorrow, so I'm pretty fucking stoked, guys. Yeah, welcome, guys. My name is Ted. How are you? Welcome to Under the Suds. This is a birthday edition of Under the Suds. I am currently 40.
Woohoo! Woo!
I guess we applaud that. I don't know. It is what it is. But,
You made it. You made it to 40.
I made it to 40. You know, there's been multiple times in my life I've thought to myself, I don't know if I'm going to make it past this certain age. High school was definitely one of them. I didn't think I would get out of high school alive. Yeah. Why is that sound effect not working? Did I remove that? I don't know. I may have removed that one.
I'll make it. Wow.
Oh, there is a birthday sound effect. So if you guys want to do pound whatever that is, exclamation point birthday. So birthday sound effect should be up. Drew's gonna try it out. There we go. The horns. There we go. It's birthday. So anyway, regardless of that, welcome to the show. Thank you guys for being here for my birthday stream. What's up, Green Giant? Pints and cake and pints and cake and pints and cake. Definitely do it. So, like I said, my name is Ted, otherwise known as Escape Time. Welcome to Under the Suds. We are the only beer talk show on Twitch. Very proud about that. But we have several different rules that we go over every week. So let's just go down really fast. The beer list is not up to date from last week.
No way.
Go figure. But there are no repeat beers. So if you see us review a beer, it will not be reviewed here again. That's why we keep a list, even though sometimes it's not accurate. No mega breweries at all. So even though Drew had a fantastic idea.
Oh, man.
That we're going to review, or we're going to do 40s for my 40th birthday. But there's no 40s that we could find that were not a mega brewery.
I think the only craft beer I knew that made 40s was Dogfish Head.
Oh, really?
They made a red, white, and blue, made a blue, red, and white corn, and it was a cream ale. It was only sold in 40s.
Oh man,
I know, but that was years ago.
I that would have been good, but we do have crowlers for tonight. That's at least we have some crowlers. This is a drop-in brewing company. We'll get to that in a second. One of the beers that Drew brought down for me to Boston. So anyway, show respect to your reviewers. We all have different opinions about beer and food, so show respect. It's their opinions. If you disagree, you can tell us, but it probably won't sway our opinions. Have fun, and most importantly, a pint with me for the birthday stream. As I try to meander around my camera, is Drew and Steve. How are you guys?
Yo.
Thank you, gentlemen, for being here tonight. 40-inch growlers. 40-inch growlers. Actually, this is only 32 ounces. So I'm off by like 8. That's a big
cup.
Almost there, though.
Big beer. But I also have a backup beer, so I guess that
You made it.
evens it out, possibly. Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
So, and also, tonight's trivia is all about the year that I was born. So get ready for a 1977 trivia phenomenon.
Youngster.
Anyway.
What? Fart.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
Steve called you a youngster.
Youngster.
I called you an old fart, so it's okay.
We're even. It's good.
Balances out.
Steve, where's the growler? We'll get to that.
Oh, I got a growler.
All right, so
Green Giant.
what? Since it's my birthday, I think I'm gonna go first today.
First,
Nice.
I'll go first today. Here we go. We're gonna go. We're gonna jump right
Breaking
into
boundaries.
happy birthday.
No. There's no birthday song. Also, by the way, I wore my "Don't Panic" shirt.
Yeah.
Oh wait, shoot! I forgot a shirt.
Oh, you forgot a shirt? All right.
He's gone.
He's gone. He just. What's up, TJ? How the hell are you, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the birthday stream.
That's right.
I'm not panicking. I'm only 40.
No big deal.
I'm only
fine.
40. Good God.
Hey, you're in your early 40s.
I am. I just started it. But like 40's the new 30, right?
Sure,
Like the
we'll go with that.
30's the new 20s and shit?
I hope so.
Who the fuck knows? I just.
That means I can handle alcohol again? Sweet.
Yes!
What?
All right. So again, guys, there is a birthday sound effect. If you do not hashtag, but pound, whatever it is, the exclamation point
Bang.
birthday. Whoa, you're old. Gabe, you are not far behind me, dude. You got like a year. So you're good. All right. So since it's my birthday, I'm going to start out with the beer review because I am thirsty. And I'm really excited to break open this beer here. So what I'm actually reviewing tonight is by Drop-In Brewing Company. This is a crowler. Look at this bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in the realm of Steve here with the crowlers.
Yeah, you need to take up half your screen with just a crowler. There you go.
So this is Sunshine and Hoppiness. This is a Belgian Pale Ale. I've never had this before, so I'm kind of excited to break this open.
But you have drinking a beer from that brewery.
I have.
Yeah, the Scotch Ale.
Yes, and it wasn't as scotchy as I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
So does someone get this man a senior discount? All the jokes, bring them on, ladies and gentlemen, bring them on. Yes, the senior discount can happen. All right, I'm gonna crack this thing open. I don't know how shaking this up is, so I got some paper towels just in case. I'll move my mouse out of the way. All right, okay. Oh. All right, very cool. So this is probably going to be like one of many backup beers that I have for my birthday. I actually didn't even drink yesterday. I didn't even get a chance to have a beer.
Time to play catch up.
Time to play catch up. And by the way, my birthday was yesterday. This is just the birthday stream.
Well, shit.
So, sucka. So check that out. There we go. So this is a golden pale. This is a Belgian pale ale, which Belgian pale ales generally are. Toaster, thank you for the host. I do appreciate it, man. It smells good, but the color is generally a golden, like, hue, like this is. I can smell it's a little sweeter.
Oops.
You can see the head on it. Host toaster. There we go. Hey, thank you, Seth. I do appreciate the happy birthdays. I do like the scent of this. Again, this is something I've never had before, but as a generic birthday comment, thanks, Toaster. I do appreciate that.
Oh, it's heartfelt.
I know, definitely. He thought of that one like all day long, and he's like,
yeah.
You know what?
I'm gonna save this.
When he goes live tonight, I'm gonna say this.
I'm kind of nervous.
I'm so take it back, man. Thanks. All right. Let me just take a gander at this real fast. It's lighter. Again, lighter than what I'm thinking what it was. It's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's good. But like kind of like with the other beer that we had the other with the drop-in, it was kind of you could smell the aroma of it, but when you jump into it, I mean, I didn't burn my tongue or anything like that. I'm just making sure, you know.
Yeah, it smells great. Both those beers are very like fragrant. They smell great. They smell like what you think it's going to be.
They're very effervescent.
They always come a little short, but I prefer that than the other way around. Where like, oh, you just blast your mouth not knowing.
No, yeah, no. This is very sessionable, and at 5.1%, you can definitely tell it's not the strongest Belgian pale ale I've ever had. Mm-hmm. It's not the hoppiest Belgian pale ale I've ever had. Mm-hmm. But I actually like this a lot better than the Scotch ale. Yeah. So you know, this is. I don't really taste too many like. With the Belgian yeast, you would generally get like some banana notes, right? So, but I don't really get a lot of that in the flavor either. No, but it's tasty. This is something I would drink on a very hot day. When it comes down to it, you know, I'm like recently I've been digging holes in my backyard, not just for fun, but
you're that creepy neighbor.
I'm just burying bodies back there. No big deal. It's all good.
Yeah, keep on the hush hush, chat.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Don't tell anybody.
Let's make another hole.
Yeah. So we've been digging holes. Been sweating been sweating. I'm gonna say my balls off, but what the fuck? I've been sweating my balls off, and you know, I'm out there, and when I come in, you know, the last few days I've been grabbing like ciders because dementia's setting in already. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you. Bring it on, ladies and gentlemen. I love it.
He also forgot that I reviewed the beer he's drinking a few weeks ago too.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you
Pretty
didn't.
sure. I think so.
I
Not a few weeks
I
ago.
looked at the list. There wasn't on the list.
I could be wrong. I mean, it might have been a backup beer. I think it was a backup beer because I remember showing off. I remember showing off the crowler. I think it was a backup beer. I think we're good.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
The list is not. Is not. It was. I checked it this morning. I was like, "Is this the one I'm gonna put in?" Yeah, this is the one I'm putting in. It's like, oh. All right. I may have already fucked up dementia.
No,
Great.
I don't think so.
You're an old guy. It's okay.
Anyway,
Where am I?
that's fine. Yes, I did say cider. So this is actually would be a hell of a lot more refreshing than the cider. Cider's refreshing. I like cider, but you know, this is something that I would want to drink after digging a bunch of holes. We've been digging up our gardens for the coming season for planting, and been building new gardens and moving bricks and making new beds. So, you know, again, this is something that I would love to crack open, and probably could have cracked open, but you know, I wanted to save it for today because you know we want to do 40s. So, but yeah, it's a good beer. I mean, again, not as hoppy as other Belgian pale ales that I've had, but at 5.1%. Most of the Belgian pale ales I've had are higher, I guess, higher percentage ABV. So, after digging holes, you call that chain gang beer? I had cider, so I guess it's chain gang cider. Yeah, Ann was putting me to work. She had me out there. I was singing the Cool Hand Luke song. What was it, Cool Hand Luke? Yeah, I don't remember. It could be worse. Yeah, but I don't get a lot of. Again, I don't get a lot of banana on the nose either. And you can see how the head has kind of died down a bit. So there's not a lot of over carbonation, but I think the Scotch ale had more carbonation in it, if I wasn't mistaken.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and
Retaste it.
Retaste it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because this is also pretty cold because I had it in the fridge. I'm assuming when it warms up, we're going to get a little bit more of some of the notes that I'm missing right off the bat here. But
that's sort of that more Belgian-y, yeasty kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I would say out of a 5 point out of a
1 out of 40.
1 out of 40. 1 out of 40. Out of 1 out of 40. No, we don't want to do any. That's just too high. I would go. This is definitely like a 3.5 on my scale, and that's kind of what I give a lot of ales that I enjoy, unless it's something that really just knocks me on my ass, like you know, like some of the Trilliums or that Backacre sour ale that you gave me, which was fantastic. You know, those things I definitely would give like higher. But again, 3.5. This is a very sessionable, drinkable Belgian pale ale from Drop-In Brewery, and this is a local brewery in Vermont. So if you get a chance to, and I don't know if Steve was up in Vermont, so I don't know if he got a chance to go to that brewery. No, he went to a lot of breweries, but he didn't go there.
Drop-In is over in Middlebury, Vermont, where I believe Woodchuck Cider and Otter Creek is located.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I did not know that, and we learn something new every day.
You know.
All right. So, like I said, 3.5 for this beer. Very good, very sessionable. Not as strong of a flavor as other Belgian pale ales I've had, but like I would definitely drink this again, and if I had more of them, I probably would crack it open tomorrow when I'm digging more holes, because it's going to happen. It's just going to be my life for the next 2-3 weekends. So that'll be fun. All right, so 3.5 for this drop-in beer, sunshine and hoppiness. Who wants to go next?
I can keep it in Vermont real quick.
I think we have all Vermonts. Wait.
Do we? Prohibition Pigs in Vermont?
Isn't Prohibition Pig in Vermont?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
All Vermont. It's all Vermont strain.
AT hype.
Very cool. All right, there you go.
Alrighty. I am drinking, which is very interesting. It's Bitter Days, a double IPA from Hop and Moose. There's a logo in the corner.
That's pretty cool logo.
Yeah, this brewery is actually a very small brew pub, a little like sort of wood fire oven pizza joint in the city of Rutland, Vermont. They opened up a few years ago, and surprisingly recently started canning their beers.
Oh.
And wow, this is very light in color. But I've had their beer a few times. Their brewery is only about half. Very cloudy. Holy cow!
Wow.
It's described as a New England style IPA, so
Ooh.
unfiltered IPA. Very, very, very unfiltered. Not even a little
You
clarity.
can see through that. That's like
Nope. It's like a milkshake.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's like looks like homebrew. But I've had this beer once before at the brewery, and it was not this cloudy, so I find that sort of pretty interesting. And I don't believe they they can on the premises, but maybe they probably go through New York State, which a lot of breweries do. But anyways, smell very yeasty. It's kind of tied between sort of an ale yeast smell. When if you're home brew, you sort of have that distinct smell or a brewery smell of yeast. It's that sort of a yeasty sweetness as well as your typical pine, citrus, mango beer or mango flavor you get from hops. Or in any, I guess, New England style IPA, that kind of very sort of, that very distinct hop aroma. But mainly sort of yeast is very, very close to like the same level of flavor, which I find very, very interesting. All right. It is very yeasty for sure. I can get sort of that yeast sweetness all the way through. Not dry, very, very that typical. Oh, interesting. Very juicy, sort of mango-y, pineapple-y, citrus flavor you get in these IPAs. But when I sort of tasted this as describing it, the finish is very nutty, which I found very weird. Yeah. Comes off sort of that first mango, pine, sort of orange peel, and then sort of that dies down as well as like a quick little shot of like sort of like a walnut or a chestnut kind of flavor, and then it dies down. It's sort of, I don't know, I don't really pick it up in most IPAs ever kind of thing. You don't get a nutty flavor. You sort of get a dry biscuity flavor or bread flavor. But especially with a beer this cloudy, you won't be able to taste something of that like kind of flavor. That could be from the yeast itself that sort of creates that kind of nuttiness, which I find very weird. And probably with this amount of yeast in here, the head is kind of very stiff in the middle, kind of like what a Belgian beer kind of had. It sort of holds its head retention. But flavor-wise, I don't know. It's very interesting. It's not what I expected. I would thought it'd be closer to the lines of Heady Topper, because everyone's trying to shoot for that same flavor that Heady Topper has. Where it's an IPA unfiltered. This is a lot more unfiltered than Heady Topper is, but like that's straight up like milky. But it's not as dry. But if I had to rate it, I would give it, I think, a 3, maybe 2.5 even.
No, really?
Yeah. Maybe if, I don't know, this, I think the yeast could back off a little bit and let sort of the hops shine through more. Yeah, I know this, I sort of judge off style versus the beer itself. So the English style IPA going with like your quintessential Heady Topper, or sort of any of those other kind of beers. Who else makes a good one? Lawson's Finest Liquids makes a good one too, but this sort of doesn't really fit that. That nuttiness is good. I like that, but if you're trying to go for this style, they're trying to shoot for this thing, that it sort of misses its mark a little bit. You get too much of the yeast, so it adds that sort of weird, possibly nuttiness. The sweetness is a little too much too. Almost tastes under fermented kind of thing. That's why it's sort of a little off-putting how sweet it is. But you can taste the alcohol. The alcohol is 9% alcohol, which I found very interesting. IBUs is 40, so that sits around what I'm tasting. But yeah, I'm probably gonna stick with around 2.5. I'll say 2.5. I will drink. I would buy it again though. It's good, but if I was going to think of a English style IPA, I think it misses mark a little bit, but I still enjoy it.
It doesn't have that juicy note to it like you're expecting
Not-
from like a heady topper.
Yeah, not nearly as strong. So you sort of that yeast flavor sort of takes over that role.
Okay.
It's probably closer to that Belgian pale ale you're expecting, but
Yeah.
not a Belgian yeast. It's kind of that level of like yeast flavor, but it's that generic American ale flavor.
Hmm.
It's sort of dry. It's a little drier, a little more cloyingly bitter.
Okay.
Oh, certain yeasts when they ferment out or are fermenting, they taste a little bitter as well. It's kind of that certain flavor. It's almost metallic in bitterness, but it's very, very yeasty. But it is good. If you sort of go into this beer knowing it's going to be a little yeasty and you were looking for that sort of that IPA around Vermont, this kind of hits that note. But that nut flavor is very weird, very off to me.
Because there was a beer term I was looking at
Mm-hmm.
for the word of the week, which we'll get to after we're done with the beer reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But one was saying it was giving it like it's a byproduct of the yeast, and I guess it's most of the time. I don't know if it's diacetyl. I have to look it up again. Maybe we'll make it next week. Do that word next week. But that's but it said it gives like a nutty flavor, which most of the time it's not something that you would. Certain beers it would add a good flavor to, but most beers it's something that's like not wanted,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I
So it's
wonder if that's something. It's something similar. I can look it up, but I mean, maybe we do that after we're done with
Right.
them. Well,
That could be it because sort of yeast can put off a very a quintessential yeast flavor. It can also go that nutty flavor on one side, or it can become very soapy. Tastes like you have like dish soap in your beer.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That is odd.
Yeah, unhealthy dead yeast usually tastes soapy, while healthy good yeast is sort of more on the nutty side.
Ah, all right, that makes sense.
Yep.
And what's up, Sebastian? How are you, man? Sorry, I generally let everybody when someone's doing a review, I type my response and wait until after they're done. I don't want to interrupt someone and just be like, "Hey,
Hey,
that'd be kind of a douchebag.
hey man, fuck you.
So, yeah, seriously. All right, so fitting with the Vermont theme because this is all Vermont beer thing here. Steve was just went on a journey. Lucky guy.
BT.
You want to do your beer now? Or?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here we go.
Vermont rules, man.
Vermont beer is ridiculous.
Very, very, very psyched to have visited my buddy Terry with a whole bunch of other guys that has supplied most of my dead soldiers back there on the shelf. Awesome couple of days, and we visited, I think, 9 breweries or so.
Good God.
9 out of 40.
Barely made a dent. But one in particular that needs to be recognized tonight, and I'm really, really happy to be able to crack this open. I was going to give this to my buddy Tim.
Shh,
I didn't have time to do this one. From Prohibition Pig in Waterbury. What a great spot, and a little bit of history is Waterbury and Prohibition Pig moved into where The Alchemists was originally founded, which
really?
That was I didn't even know that until I got there. I wasn't really tracking because of
It's literally next door to the Ben and Jerry's factory.
Yeah, this is really close to Ben & Jerry's, which we also kind of have to have some ice cream too while you're in Waterbury.
Absolutely.
But what a great spot. These guys. I gotta. So many times in my life, I've seen people try to fit into bigger shoes. shoes that had been established before they got there. And Prohibition Pig, they have big aspirations to move into where Alchemist moved into, and I got to give them credit. They had a lot of great taste there the day that we showed up, and I did not taste this one.
Oh man,
I got a crowler of it instead, and just to bring it home.
That's how you do it.
I was going to give it to Tim, but Tim is going to get something probably a whole lot better from another place in Vermont. So I don't feel guilty at all giving this a taste tonight. So what I'm tasting tonight is Bantam.
That picture in the back screw, the pig going into the fermenter.
Seriously, was that a pig going through a grinder? We turn it again.
It's a fermenter.
Is it always going through a fermenter? Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta give a little bit of props for that, because I had no idea how good this one was, because
I like that warning. Sorry.
Yeah, I gotta give a little disclaimer on that one. But Bantam is essentially Prohibition Pig's American double IPA, I would say. So it's definitely a high end double IPA, and I'm glad to have brought this back. So empty glass crowler, yeah. Once again, a crowler being opened here. I know this is getting an old hat now, but I'm psyched about this one.
There's nothing wrong with that, Steve.
There's nothing bigger now. Gotta move up to a full growler next.
Yeah, we're definitely coming back up, Drew. So we will find a way to connect with you and do some more. Oh my God, what a great state for beer!
There's plenty of breweries you haven't gone to.
There's a ton. I saw the map and I'm like, wow, we haven't made a dent in this place yet.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit. Oh, nice, and wow, yeah, that's quite nice.
That's like highlighter yellow.
Yes, yellow again. Let me see if I can. My lighting is not blue adjusted here, so yeah, that's pretty yellow. Wow. Okay, so there you go. I have high expectations and probably very little disappointment here.
Nice drip, by the way.
Oh wow. Yeah. Even just the aroma is like definitely sweet, like Simcoe-y style. I'm thinking, let's see, what are the hops that they use? Yeah, Simcoe's in there, Columbus and Chinook. So yeah, definitely a nice, very nice hoppy. Oh, that's actually really smooth. Much smoother than I was expecting too. Yeah, I should have had this while I was there too. I'm happy to say that I'm still Tim's double IPA here. He's gonna get a nice taste of a sour that we got in Brattleboro. So nice. I'm not
he's
taking anything away from Tim at this point. So this is mine now. Wow, you know what? There's like hardly any bitter there.
Nice.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, the lacing is really, really light and bubbly. If you can see that.
The alcohol 7%?
It runs about 8. Yeah, right around 8. So, wow. For off the tap too, you never know. But that's going to put me to bed soon. You gotta. Their crowlers are actually. I mean, obviously their logo is really, really cool. Prohibition Pig. So, and they refer to themselves as Pro Pig. That's they're pretty upfront about their name, and
but they have the meat grinder on top of it.
It's just
turn it a little bit more.
Like it says, do not shotgun. Okay,
yeah,
solid.
Shotgun. Yeah, you
yeah. It's perfect. It's beautiful.
Holy shit,
Even,
that's funny as hell.
even the bag that the growler goes into is all logoed and all. They are very, very sweet about their packaging. And
Do they sell meat too? I saw smoked meat
Yeah.
on the logo.
yeah,
Sweet.
there's a whole bunch of stuff on not only the front window, which is, let's see, I took a picture. So here's their front street sign.
It's the same thing.
Nice.
The meat grinder with the pig. That is so fucking funny as hell.
These guys
Holy
are
shit.
really, really awesome in the brewery too. So yeah, literally on their front window, they've got smoked meat. It's part of their offerings. So that's actually out front. So where Alchemist used to be is in essentially the restaurant at Prohibition Pig. They also got the back building and made that where the brewery and the brew pub is. So technically, that's their stuff and nothing Alchemist related back there. So that's their territory. But it's just smoked meat, libations, brewery. Very, very straightforward. And this is a really, really delicious double IPA. I got to say, not even the bitter that you normally get. For an Imperial American double IPA. This is really, really, really sweet and really easygoing. I got to think about the number for this because this is definitely approaching somewhere between 3.5 and 4, just based on the flavor. And I didn't get a chance to taste this that day because they have a whole bunch of other brews on tap in their brewery. They got a bunch of Lawsons back there. There's like all kinds of really great stuff. I had some Sip of Sunshine back there. Was trying to get a crowler or a growler of Sip of Sunshine to bring back to you guys.
Oh, it's so good.
That was delicious. And I had to have that while I was there because I didn't know if I was going to have any more opportunities, which I actually did. And I had, so it was really easy. Really easy to get more Sip of Sunshine, but you know what? This is quite nice. They did a really, really spectacular job. And like I said, filling big shoes is a really, really tough proposition for any profession, whether it's beer or just any kind of a professional occupation. And they've got a good soul, I think, behind them. So this is a really good representation of what they've got. So Bantam from Prohibition Pig. I'm definitely at the 3.75 mark.
Oh wow!
Last week too.
Going corners.
Everybody's pissed off that I'm using 0.75. But
No, I did it one stream, so shit.
It's a quarter measure. It's
okay.
a good thing.
Yeah.
These guys are rocking it, and based on my experience there too, that's not influencing my taste review, but a really good group of folks there. They've got some great food. We had a whole bunch of really good food while we were there too. So yeah, good folks and good beer.
Nice.
3.75.
I definitely need to get up to Vermont now. I mean, like all these beers that not only just to come visit you, Drew, but I mean just
for sure.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just the
beer scene is ridiculous.
I had no idea. Really, until we kind of started the show and all this stuff about New England IPAs and whatnot. And by the way, that actually was just created, and I think I mentioned this last week, but it was actually just established as its own style. It is now officially its own style. So the question is, the beer you were just drinking, Steve, was labeled as a double IPA, or an Imperial IPA, but would there be like an Imperial New England IPA? Do they have to break it out into that style, that type of thing, because of the difference between a West Coast and a New England style, which again I've said a few times, that I'm a big fan. I've been struggling with IPAs recently, over the last few years, but New England style IPAs, forget it, man. That's my new best friend right there.
Holy cow! I just looked up real quick on the Vermont Brewers Association.
Yeah.
There are 51 breweries in Vermont. And we're one. That makes us almost. We already are the highest breweries per capita in breweries.
Holy shit!
But that was when we were at 32. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me. I mean, there's something I want to kind of talk about later on after we do the to the word of the week, but
Sure.
But there's several things that I want to talk about because you guys brought up a point that actually lead really nicely into all these articles. So and Joe, yes, 4.0, Ted, I like that. That's pretty funny.
That's good.
All right. Let's do the word of the week real fast. I love this thing because I feel like I'm like David Letterman or something like that when I do this. Let's do the top 10 of the week. All right. So this word of the week.
Oh, yeah,
Longest drum ever is Gruit. Gruit. So you can actually do. There's two ways of saying it. Spelling it is Gruit or just Grut. It's an old-fashioned herb mixture used for bittering and flavoring beer, popular before the extensive use of hops. So if you ever have a beer that's actually never been, it doesn't have any hops in it, it's probably
it's not a beer.
Yeah, well, it's not a beer according to Germans.
Yes,
Right.
that's right. German law.
It's a Gruit ale. So, but it's also an ale that may be referred to. I'm just reading the definition here as a beverage produced using Gruit. But Gruit is an herb mixture. So, like for instance, you can use some examples of what I have here, and I have there's actually a International Gruit Day, by the way, which we missed, and next year.
Oh shit! Fuck!
I'm gonna fucking make sure we celebrate that.
I'll brew one.
That would be awesome, right?
Yeah.
So it was February 1st of 2017.
Oh, no.
We totally just missed it, by 2 months or so.
That sucks.
I know, right?
We could be drinking the Gruit now.
I know.
It would have been fermented by them.
It would have been awesome. But like for instance, yarrow, bog myrtle, mugwort, heather, and juniper, all herbs they've used to bitter beers before hops were extensively popular. So I actually grow yarrow and I think heather outside. So and our yarrow is just.
I have juniper.
You have juniper. There you go.
Yep.
And juniper actually juniper berries is actually also used to make gin.
Yep. That's the predominant flavor you get in gin.
Yep. So.
Not ginger. My mom thought that for the longest time. I'm like, no, it's juniper.
Yeah, it's juniper berries. I know a girl who's actually highly allergic to juniper berries. Just the and she can't drink gin, which is Anne's like favorite drink in the world. And she actually takes gin in the summer and infuses it with cucumbers.
Yes.
Cucumber gin, which is
I'm down.
She does that and drinks the hell out of it.
That a girl.
I know she's a keeper. That's why I got her. But yeah, Gruit ales. So again, there's an International Gruit Day, which was February 1st.
Yay.
Have you ever actually brewed a Gruit ale?
No, I have not.
If not,
That could be an iron brewer. But
there we go.
Yeah, I've made beer with juniper as the predominant hop flavor. So close, but it did have hops in it.
Well, Magic Hat had a beer with juniper in it, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of it though.
It's probably one of their odd notions that they made, but I do remember that beer.
Okay.
I know they also made a beer with only spruce tips.
That is I've had spruce tip beers before. Like for instance,
Very, very piney, for that piney resin flavor, again hops, but no citrus character.
Yeah.
So it's very one note character.
One of my favorite brewery in the world is one of my favorite brewers. I love Timothy Taylor, and I love Alaskan Brewing Company. Both very hard to get here. So but anyway, the winter ale in Alaskan Brewing Company actually is a spruce ale. And then Yards Brewing Company in Pennsylvania does a spruce ale as well. Okay, so Rogue has a juniper IPA.
They also have a spruce one too. They're both really good.
Do they really? Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't had that one, but Yards has one, and it's a apparently they found a recipe. They have a whole series of beers that are presidential series. So they have
nice.
I think it's George Washington Porter. Damn it, I want to say Thomas Jefferson Ale House or whatever. I gotta look it up. But the other one is Benjamin Franklin's Spruce Tavern Spruce Ale, and that's actually pretty
sweet.
decent. Yeah. Have you had that one?
No, it just sounds great. That sounds awesome.
Well,
good name for it.
I can send you some. So when we finally get the beer trade going, which,
hashtag beer exchange.
Exactly. But Steve, have you ever had the Tavern Spruce Ale from Yards?
No.
No.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, and it's local here, so I mean that's one of the.
I'm allergic to spruce, but dihydramine is a thing, so I'll be fine.
You're allergic to spruce?
Yep, I worked at a nursery once, and we had to bale up spruce. So you push up the bales, then you tie it, then you push it up, keep pushing it up, and tying it up. Came back, my whole arm was swollen. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm allergic.
All right, well maybe.
And then I drank it, I was fine, but I took a.
I was like, I don't want to poison you if I send you spruce ale and be like,
I'll be fine.
And Drew's not here this week because I sent him a beer that he shouldn't have drank.
He's in anaphylactic shock.
He's in the hospital because I poisoned him.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Yards.
He's now making EpiPen beer for his next Iron Brewer.
That's right. A medicinal beer that solves his allergic reaction to spruce.
From another beer, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh damn, that'd be funny as hell. Not the poisoning part, but that whole thing. So you are doing Iron Brewing, by the way. I want to bring this up because if you guys do not know, please go follow Ratchesphere. That's his handle when it comes to Twitch.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, that right. That way.
This name right here.
There you go. What he's pointing at, right? So he actually is doing an Iron Brewing. So you can actually suggest like ingredients, and then you will brew those ingredients. And this weekend you're brewing a beer with
mushrooms. The one you eat, not the drugs.
Yes, not those. It's not a shroom beer.
It is.
Okay.
But it's a mushroom beer.
It's not a magical mushroom beer?
No, it's not.
But that would be a really good name for it.
But not from experience. I have been told this.
Okay.
Those mushrooms come from cow shit. And I don't think that would be very, very great in a beer.
I've heard that too. They're a little bit nutty.
Yes, but actually, these are also very nutty. These are that's segue though. These are henna the wood mushrooms that were found in the woods of Michigan, I think. It's where the streamer Crowded Kitchen on Twitch.
He's the one who sent it to you, right?
Yeah, he does creative here as well. He I guess goes foraging for them as well. He does a lot of fermented beer or fermented foods. He does sauerkraut. He does kimchi. He actually sent me a bunch of his jars of that as well.
Oh, I'm a little bit jealous.
Yeah. Yep. He sent me, I think, white cabbage, red cabbage, and then kimchi sauerkraut. But he got me about a half pound of hen of the woods mushrooms that were in the woods in his area.
Wow.
Yeah. So I tried them out. They're actually there's this the smell and flavor of them are very nutty. These are dried and frozen.
Right.
But there's a prevalent wait 1 second.
Uh-oh. And by the way, I finished my crowler. It's all gone.
Yeah, you did, and I'm way behind.
Well, I started out first, right? So that's I had an unfair advantage. I did finish my crowler's all done. I'm on my last pint of this. So they're nutty. You're saying?
Yes, they're very nutty in aroma and flavor. And Crowded Kitchen sort of challenged me to making a IPA with it.
Okay.
And a nutty flavor in an IPA is kind of difficult, unless I had this beer, which was oddly nutty, which I thought was very interesting today. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an inspiration for your stream.
Yeah, sure. But
why not?
But I was looking for flavors that could sort of pair with that nutty, like this weird nuttiness. It's almost like an almond nuttiness, like between peanut and almond nut flavor. It's very, very weird. wasn't ready for it. I was told it was going to be very meaty, very sort of earthy, like most mushrooms are.
Okay.
Which it is, because mushroom grows from dirt.
Right.
But like, it's surprisingly nutty.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about, I'm going to be doing, actually, I ordered all the ingredients, should be here tomorrow, is going to be an English style IPA. Where English style, or any English beer, it's going to be very malt forward. Malt forward, sort of caramel notes. You can kind of put in that nut flavor within that kind of profile.
Right.
And instead of your traditional, or I guess traditional citric, piney IPA flavors you get in American IPAs, English IPAs are usually older IPAs or older hop characters. They're not so much those citrus notes. They're more earthy notes. They're more the pine resin notes.
Right.
Like your Fuggles are very subdued. They're sort of more that earth flavor. Not a whole lot there. They're sort of grassy, woody, almost oaky. But then there's that sharp bitterness flavor. So you don't have any sort of weird contrast between citrus fruits like oranges, limes, and that sort of a mango, fruity, pineapple thing, and nuts. But so if you can base this nut flavor into that caramel malt flavor that you get in the English style. And I'm going to be brewing this beer with, I think, 8 pounds of Maris malt, which is a very nutty malt. It gives you a lot of that malt character in the Scotch ale or English bitter. Also putting in a pound of aromatic malt, which is the predominant flavor of any English style ale. It's that caramel, once again, malt flavor, very molasses flavor too.
Right.
So I think all of that sort of the malt backbone will blend in well with these mushrooms. That's not so much this hop character in this IPA. But if you guys have ever had like IPA from Harpoon Brewery, they're closer to sort of the English style. Their hops they use aren't the most citric flavor hops. They're more closer to those woodier, sort of just bitter hops. I think they use something like Northern Brewer, which isn't the most crazy flavor. It's most like
right.
IPA, like American IPA. It's more closer to that English style.
I mean, American IPAs have gone like insane as far as the hopping process. I mean, they're
Absolutely.
so. I mean, it's to the point right now where when I drink a West Coast IPA, I feel like I need to drink a goblet of water afterwards.
Absolutely,
my mouth is dry.
The enamel is gone on your teeth.
Yeah, I feel like, but I mean, like with the New England style, you know, it's more citrusy. It's more, you know, the IBUs,
sweeter, a little juicier.
Yeah, the IBUs don't really seem as high. The international bittering units, right? Those things aren't as super high as a West Coast IPA. And even English IPAs is one of my I love English beers. You know, I love my favorite beer in the world. Hands down is Landlord from Timothy Taylor. You know, and that's it's a bitter style, but it's like an IPA. Here, there you go. Seriously, all right, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
I mean, I don't know if you ever had Landlord, but that is my. I heart that beer big time. You know, I only have 2 left, and I have to go get another $70 case of it. So you know, it's difficult, but I love it. It's better on tap than it is in bottle here. So you're gonna try to mash up that flavor profile with the nuttiness of your
mushrooms.
Yes.
And I think I'm gonna be adding the mushrooms into the secondary.
Okay. Because
I don't know if you were around when I was streaming when I told you about what I learned about mushrooms and beer, right?
Yep.
Which I thought was very cool. But I think how many weeks ago or when acetaldehyde was our word of the day? 3-4 weeks ago?
I think so. We only started this recently, so maybe 3-4 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. Well, for people who's new in chat, that word of the day, it's the green apple flavor in beer. It's acetaldehyde is a sort of a carcinogen in beer. It's an off flavor that comes out in certain profiles of your fermentation. If a fermentation fermented at too high of a temperature, so the yeast worked very hard to produce the alcohol. But this compound called acetaldehyde is a close relation to, what did I say it was? Formaldehyde.
Right.
Yes, it's not good. Nothing you shouldn't drink. Something that'll make you go blind.
You don't want to drink formaldehyde ever.
Yes,
that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, number one thing you should not drink. But oddly enough, I read online that mushrooms, some certain mushrooms, I think all mushrooms have this compound in their spores that will help convert some of these acetaldehyde to ethanol, into alcohol. So it will sort of get rid of that compound. More so like your what's the mushroom? Shoot, the oyster mushrooms. That their spores are known for sort of converting that flavor or converting that compound. But all mushrooms sort of have this chemical inside that helps like convert it over. So hopefully, if I have that chemical, that flavor in there, which I do not want in this beer, hopefully these mushrooms sort of take care of that.
Weren't you saying something about the risk of the spores?
Oh yeah,
the spores could like totally.
Like you really fuck up your beer.
Yeah.
Because mushrooms usually grow in dirt. Dirt usually has some kind of whole bunch of bacteria in there.
Yeah.
But like most of the time, it comes from feces of some animal. Like that's usually it's usually the like the basis of like the amount of nitrogen from an animal's feces help create mushrooms. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Hey.
What I'm trying to do is freeze dry these mushrooms and then freeze them out for a few days or overnight, I guess, since I'm brewing on Friday.
Okay.
And hopefully that'll take care of it. Or I'll decide to put it into like the boil in the last 5 minutes or something.
So
probably play it safe.
For your iron brewing, how are you actually going to be having people suggest ingredients for you?
Ideally, it'll be through Twitter or under the Suds at any time.
Okay.
Even when I'm not hosting, because I'll probably be in chat anyways.
Right.
As well as when I'm streaming, or on my Twitch.
We need to create like a something where they can submit ingredients to you somehow, like a page of some sort.
Or just private message me. That works too. I don't care. I can be spammed with that stuff too.
There you go.
And I'll take sort of the best top 5 and I'll send it probably through under the Suds and do a straw poll.
We can do that. That would be awesome.
We can all kind of guess throughout the episode.
Yeah, we can definitely do a straw. When you get a bunch of ingredients and when people can vote on it, that would be fantastic. Yeah. I think that would be a blast.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually kind of funny. I saw an article. We were talking about the IBUs before, right? Of hops, of IPAs. So there are several breweries out there that are brewing the trying to, because we generally equate like hoppiness to bitterness, right?
Yes. So,
but there are several breweries, and one of them is Vale Brewing Company. It's in Richmond, Virginia. Is actually brewed a 0 IBU, like bitterness, IPA.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something people are actually trying to do. There's a bunch of other breweries that are doing it, but I mean, how they say they're using like Citra and Mosaic hops, which apparently has no measurable bitterness to it, which I kind of find. That's
weird.
That's what the article is saying, but I mean, I don't know. I just kind of the idea of having a beer that might be like 10% alcohol that doesn't have a lot of like IBUs to it.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you actually go about doing it? Do you think it's actually just the hops they're using specifically, or is it just
a bit of both? I mean, the way you could do that technically is you can get like a hop variety that has 13% alpha acid, which is the measured amount of potential bitterness in a hop.
Okay.
And when you add hops to a boil when you're making beer, longer they're in the boil for, more bitterness you'll get out of that hop. So if you take these high alpha acid hops and add them to 0 minutes in the boil, you will get no hop. You'll get no bitterness, no IBUs extracted. I don't know if they're just loading up tons of hops into those last 5 minutes of this boil.
It didn't say anything about what they're doing. I mean, it says the inspiration for Zero Hop IPA was our quest for intense hop flavors and aromatics without the bitterness that IPAs are most commonly associated with. So
that sounds about right then.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're not, you would get that bitterness if you added hops 60 minutes or an hour or hour and a half long into a boil. You'll get that oversteeped tea effect in hops, essentially.
Right.
You get more hoppier, more bitterness. If they don't want that bitterness, they'll just add a lot more hops in the latter half of the brewing process. But that's interesting because in beer, it's fermented sugar.
Yep.
You have like a sugary sweetness. Mm-hmm. You need to contrast that with bitterness somehow. Because if it's not, it's gonna be very odd. It's gonna be very bland, very almost rancid flavor.
And that's why the Gruit ales would use like juniper or like yarrow.
They need something there.
Mugwort, and I think if I must, I don't think mugwort's like poisonous, but one of the things I saw, I have a book. I don't know where the hell it's over here, but it's like a brewer's ingredients, a brewer's farming book, right? So that's where I ended up starting looking at different ingredients. Are here.
I have it somewhere.
You have the same, probably the same one.
Is it this one?
No, I don't have. That's different.
Damn.
Hold on, it's right over here.
It's a good book, though.
Give me a second.
I recommend that book.
It's this one. It's the Homebrewer's Garden.
I do have that too. It's somewhere right here.
So it tells about how to be able to grow things, and it goes into like different like ingredients. One of my favorite books.
Ugh, it's terrifying to drink thistle.
With this, that was the one that just came up. Heather, lemon balm, lavender, licorice, all these things.
I've had a licorice beer. It's so good.
Is it really?
Yeah. Put in a stout because it sort of blends in with that sort of inky bitterness. It's so good.
But we have yarrow going, and that I started growing it specifically so that we could actually create a beer that wasn't like using hops. I wanted to do a Gruit ale. I never ended up getting around it, and it took over an area, and now it's like we have a ton of it.
Now it's a weed.
Yeah, no, it is, and thinks it's beautiful, and I'm like, great.
I'm kind of happy. Yeah.
I'm so happy you're happy with it. One day I'm gonna snip all the flowers off and use it in brewing. You're just wait. Yeah. So, but I mean,
it's weird how they didn't bloom this year. Yeah,
so seriously, what happened to
this beer tastes great though.
Dogs. Odd, right?
I don't know.
So they but like you're right, because you have to add something in there that counteracts that sweetness from the grain. The malt, the wort itself is super sweet. You brew and you drink that and you're like, and after it's done, it comes out relatively better. Yeah. But it's it's interesting. I mean, I don't know what the process is. I want to do some more research on it.
Mm-hmm.
But a zero IBU IPA. I mean those New England IPAs. Steve, you were drinking one, and I think you both were drinking one. I mean, I didn't drink it. I should have done Trillium.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. So.
Do you have any Trillium left?
Oh, I have 6. I'm really sad. I'm really sad. Once this goes, and one of them is Steve's, so so I only have 5 left.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take a trip down. It's only 3 hours away.
That's not that bad.
That's fine.
Easy.
With the Trillium?
Yeah.
There you go. It's not that bad. But yeah, it was like these New England IPAs are very citrusy, so you don't get a lot of those hefty IBUs from an IPA that you get. But something with no IBUs at all,
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
I wouldn't even know what to think. How do they? You're right.
Be very floral, very flavorful, but no bitterness. That's something like my mom would want. My mom would want to drink. I don't like the bitterness. Well, okay. Well, You're fine. Sorry.
That's one way to convert people who don't like IPAs to be an IPA drinker. Give them one of these beers that has a zero IBUs.
All a hop flavor, but no the bitterness.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, like, I'm trying to think of the lowest IBU in a style of beer. And that's something like a Hefeweizen. That's 13 IBUs to 20. I think it's the acceptable range for IBUs.
Super citrusy at that point.
Yeah, but like you don't get much bitterness, and the bitterness you get is from the hops or from the yeast. So that's the contributing bitterness flavor to contrast the sweetness.
I could always like the brewery that did this, the Vale Brewing Company started this thing. It apparently started in 2016. Mm-hmm. The beer that they brewed was I don't want to be you. I don't want. Okay,
that's cute.
Yeah, crafty. But
beer.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
There you go. Hey, what can you do?
I'm on it.
But there's other brewers, like the other half is brewing. Thank you. Vale and Richmond makes a couple of zero IBUs. I think yeah, exactly. Joe, you beat me to it, probably.
Wait a second.
What?
Trillium in Vale makes a. Oh no! Never mind. It's double IPA. Sorry, I saw Trillium. Got excited.
I probably there's so many Trilliums, and Joe had this kick-ass Trillium the other day. Vale is Trillium of the South. All right, there we go. My man knows what he's talking about. I've been checking out all this stuff that you've been doing on Instagram, Joe. It's I'm a bit jealous with some of the beer you're drinking. But yeah, it's definitely there's several other breweries that are following suit with this this sub style of no zero IBUs. Other Half Brewing Company in New York is doing one. Twin Sails in
I figured it out.
Vancouver. You figured it out?
Yep.
The secret has been revealed.
Yes, they add all their hops after the boil. So it's all dry hopping. That's ridiculous. That's so much hops.
How much hops did they actually put in there?
It doesn't say how much, but I'm saying it's all last minute additions. So Whirlpool. So at the 0 minute mark in brewing, so they can boil their beer for 15 minutes if they wanted to, not a whole hour. Add hops as soon as they turn off the heat, and then they can add hops in like 2 weeks later onto the already fermented beer. I'll try it. That beer must be extremely floral. All nose and like it's gonna smell insane.
I would love to try that stuff. So I mean, the other half has one, so that's close.
Without any bitter flavor. What? Yep. And Trillium does a collab with Vale that makes a 0 minute, a 0 IBU.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, okay, well, I gotta clarify. Dark Hair Beauty, what day were you born? I just want to make sure. You say you share a birthday with someone. I mean, I don't know. I was actually born yesterday. Today's the day that I do the stream.
Hey,
so today's my... What? I wasn't born yesterday.
Wait, you were?
Yes, I was. Hold on. I like that, Steve. Thank you. It's amazingly juicy and floral. All right, that's what Joe was saying. Oh, man. All right, so Twin Sails in Vancouver, British Columbia does it. Cerebral Brewing Company. Oh, well. Dark Hair Beauty. Happy birthday. Hold on one second. There's a birthday sound. Everybody can say happy birthday to Dark Hair Beauty.
Big 23. Oh my God, you're so young.
Oh my God. There you go. Thank you, Steve. Happy birthday, Dark Hair Beauty.
Wow.
The big 23.
Only
yes. 17 years older than you.
23? I think that was like the first birthday for me that sucked. You're like, oh, I'm old. Ah, shit. 22, you're like, okay. It's a year after my started drinking. 23, you're like, shit. Oh, 23, you can it's 23 you can rent a hotel in Vermont?
No. 20,
Vermont. It's
28,
weird.
28, you actually can rent a car.
Woo!
There you go. You can rent a car.
Pack South.
There we go. You're set.
Oh, I'm all set.
Yeah, Steve, you're totally. I mean, you're turning 29 next year, so you're fine.
Yeah. Turning 29 next month.
29 next month.
Boo.
No, happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very. I always
Very
love
much so.
hearing from other Aries. No wonder I get along with you, dark haired beauty. So it is what it is. But
Crazy thing is, I'm a Gemini, and I'm also a twin.
Gemini.
Crazy, right?
you are.
Yeah.
That is actually quite funny.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. So I know this is a squirrel moment.
Squirrel moment.
But wait. You and your brother are not very similar personalities. I don't think. I mean, I know you better than your brother.
Right.
But
We're similar.
You're similar? Okay.
Yeah. We look completely different.
No, I know that.
Same profile from this side, but besides that, no one will know.
So I always, because when I met your brother, you know, I think my sign is no parking. Yeah, when I met your brother at PAX. I mean, you're he seems quieter than you. I don't know.
No, he was all
That's just me.
business at PAX East. He's all business.
He's all business. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
If he was at PAX East, he would be just like me.
All right.
But there's a lot of people that he wanted to meet, so he was very like, all right, we need to go do things.
Yeah, I need to talk all the peoples.
And so he didn't even leave the Twitch booth at PAX East because he knew like tons of guys there. So he was like, I need to talk to everyone. He was networking hard.
I'm not good at networking.
No,
I know. I'm.
we had a great time doing our own thing though.
Yeah, shit, man. That's all all we need is beer, brother. That's it, right? So that's what it comes down to. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Mythmatic, go check them out. Drew just threw a link in the chat. Check that out. All right, let's see here. But yeah, I need to go find a beer that is a 0 IBUs so I can try this out. Like I said, the closest one's probably Other Half. There's a Cerebral Brewing Company brewing in Denver.
Okay.
I'll get to Colorado in a second. And there's a collaboration made with Chicago's Microphone Brewing Company. So there's several brewing companies that are out there doing these 0 IBUs.
I'll try it.
But I haven't seen any of them over here. But isn't Other Half is like, it's kind of like Tired Hands. You have to go to like their brewery to get some of their beers.
Probably.
You know, or even Trillium. You know, you got to go and grab this stuff specifically right at the actual brewery.
Mm-hmm.
But Other Half is not that far away. I can go to New York in like an hour.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that long. So, but all right. I have another. I mean, we can jump into another topic, or we could just do trivia if you guys want to do trivia.
I have a quick topic.
You want to do topic? All right, let's do it.
Since we just sort of touched upon it, you asked a little question. What are some beers you've never tried? You just want to try it. Like you've always heard about this beer. You're like, oh, that's the beer I want to try. I've heard about it so many times. I got like 3. Mine is Pliny the Elder. Never had it.
You never had Pliny?
Yep, we gotta try it at some point. Another one is that one beer we talked about a while ago. It was the Cherry Blossom Lambic.
I remember
from a brewery in Japan.
Yes. It wasn't
it was in Chicago.
Was it in Chicago?
It was like in Chicago, but it was like a Japanese owner or something like that. It was a weird cross thing. I don't know.
I gotta look this up now.
So it's that Cherry Blossom Lambic, Pliny the Elder, and I guess now one of these 0 IBU beers. Because that sounds so weird to me. It sounds like so much more work and more hops, which hops are expensive to invest in a beer with no IBUs. You can stretch a hop out so much further if you boil it.
Yeah, I mean, but how do they? But again, I'm still confused on how they actually kill the bitter, like kill the sweetness without. I mean, adding at the end.
If you add a crap like. In order to achieve a certain amount of bitterness, if you're trying to put like an ounce of hops of like your Cascade hops at 60 minutes, which is like 5 alpha acids, in order to achieve that same amount of bitterness, you can add like 2 or 1.5 ounces at 30 minutes, or like 2 or 3 ounces at like 5 minutes. So imagine if you're going dry hop, you're going to shitload more to achieve that same bitterness. But if you don't want bitterness in the beer, what are you going for? But also, all these beers you mentioned before are over 5% alcohol.
Right.
So maybe the alcohol heat flavor or alcohol sort of warmth is the contrast. So maybe it's a very thin beer but high alcohol to contrast that sweetness.
Well, I mean,
that's why I really want to try it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go up the other half and just like grab some of this stuff because again, it's the closest one that to me.
Sure.
You know, Steve, do you look like you're in thinking mode? What beers? To Drew's question, and anybody in chat, if you have any other beers you're thinking of, like his question was, what three beers or what beers would you ever want to try that you haven't tried yet?
Let's say top 3 beers you want to try.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have one, let alone 3.
Mm-hmm.
I've been fortunate enough to have like beers coming at me that are all like talked about before I get to them, and they've all been like spectacular in their own way, and many of them are like, yeah, that's great. And there's so many other great flavors that I've had that don't get that name. So
right,
it's not like I'm in that mode of where what was the old American saying, which is we don't need a department of patents because everything that could possibly be invented has already been invented. But a lot of flavors, great flavors, have already I already got my chance to taste. So I don't know that there's any that I haven't really had a chance to. I don't think there's any on my list that are
really.
I gotta get there, you know, that kind of flavor. Somewhere that I gotta find this thing, or you know.
I got one for you then.
Okay.
Have you been to a Hill Farmstead yet in Vermont?
I have not, and
we have
your
Hill
list.
Farmstead though. And Joe brought that up earlier too.
On the chat thread, I think that's our next when we go up to Vermont next. I've had some Hill Farmsteads.
Okay.
I haven't been there yet. So what do you got, Drew?
They're I forget what the beer that they make, but it was ranked number 1 in the U.S. before Heady Topper came around. The Heady Topper hype blew them out of the water.
Really?
But they make more Belgian style ales opposed to IPAs. They do make IPAs, but their bread and butter is this one Belgian style ale that they make. But this brewery is also made in a barn, which is sharing a field with a bunch of cows.
That's great.
And there's like a line of like 30 people out the door, usually half the time, to go try any of their beers.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah, but there's like something like they have make like 6 to 10 beers that are all amazing. Haven't had a bad one.
Yeah.
But they're all like across the like style guidelines. They can be Belgian IPAs, stouts, porters. They're all like highly ranked.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Terry.
And the guy's like my age, and he just like travel the world brewing beer. Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds awesome. I wish I could do that myself. From Hill Farmstead, I make farmhouse session typically with wild beers. Yeah, we've had a bunch of Hill Farmstead here.
Sarah's the beer, by the way.
Yeah.
Each beer is named after like a woman's name.
There's a bunch of them with people's names too, right? I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the beers that I love from them, but I have to look it up. No, you rock. Yes, I tried to. Thank you. And what's up, man? How you doing? Mostly named after relatives. Yes.
Oh, okay.
True. All right. All right. So Drew, you answered that question.
Yes.
That dark hair beardy had just said. Asked last week, quality of water affects the brewing of beer, and yes, it does.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It's all based on basically like pH levels. Sort of, if you're making a good IPA, you want a high pH, so it contrasts the alpha acids from the hops coming in to create a more balanced beer. If you go in with make an IPA with a very low pH, that the acid in the hops that come out is going to be very strong, too strong. It's going to sort of mellow it out a little more, get more of the hop aroma character.
Right.
You don't want like a lot of bitterness. But like if you're going more of a Scotch ale or any malty forward beers, which I'm going to have to figure out when I brew this weekend or on Friday, is you want to check out your calcium levels, your sulfite levels in beer. Because if you have too much sulfite, it's going to come off very sulfury, very sort of eggy, obviously.
You don't want a beer that tastes eggy.
Yeah. But it's all, water is what, 96% of beer, besides the alcohol. But like, it's, in the 90s percentage of beer. But it's a huge contributor. It contributes to the starch conversion from grains to sugar. It changes the amount of hop utilization in boiling. If you have too much minerals in the water, your hops won't produce enough bitterness when it's boiled. As well as if the pH in the wort after boiling is too high or low, the yeast might die off too fast or work too hard to ferment alcohol. So every step of the brewing process, water it makes a huge impact in beer. And when I brew beer and for like competition, for like if I'm really going for a style, I would get distilled water and be really fancy and add salts and other minerals to hit like preferred styles. So I use trailing off again now, a software called Pro Brewer. They give you water profiles of historical areas around the world. If I want to make a English style beer, I can look up the water profile of the Burton upon Trent in England. If I wanted to make a Burton ale, like I can make that water profile with how much X, Y, and Z mineral to hit a certain amount of parts per million in the water to create the same water that's in England to make a English style ale. That's if I want to be insane, but I'm not that insane.
But you know,
so what I would do is get like filtered water and then sort of play around with that.
Add the minerals in, because certain breweries actually look for certain minerals. Like I think that's one of the reasons why there's a bunch of breweries that just settled in Asheville, North Carolina. You know, the profile of the water there is similar to what they have either out at the breweries where they are, or similar to what they're using. You know,
or where they want it to be at.
Because Oscar Blues moved out there. I think. And I agree with Arcade Beauty.
Yeah.
My man here is a beer genius right here. That's one of the reasons why I started. The Word of the Week in the first place. All right, so we can learn together. You know, as it is. Although I knew grew it before. I knew. The one term I knew. Since it's Escape Time's birthday, it's the one best shower beer. Fuck you, Tozer.
Sour beer.
Yeah, you know what? I love you, man, but screw you, man. Screw you. You and your fucking shower beer can go to hell. God damn. So, to answer your question, as far as the beers that I would want to go, I'm just going to ignore the shower beer comment. Right. I think it would be some of the rarer beers that I haven't been able to have, like End of Time by BrewDog. I would definitely want to try that. Not only the fact that it is shower beer. Damn you all. He doesn't look 40. Thank you, Dark Beauty. I am 40, but
not even in the shower.
I'm not even in the shower.
Throw back to Thai time. When we met her at PAX East and you told her your age, she cursed out a storm, as she does. Yelled at in this restaurant and
Love that
demanded
girl.
to see your ID.
Oh yeah,
It
totally.
was great. It was so good.
She was so confused. She and LEB, if you haven't looked watch either of those, they
Mm.
both are creative streamers that do crocheting.
Mhm.
But they looked at me and they're like, "You don't look." I actually trimmed my beard this week just so I can look a little bit younger because my
Sure,
beard.
of course you do. Yeah. It's called crisis. We got to talk about it.
I have 3 stages of my beard. 3 stages of my beard. One is freshly shaven, like this one right here, and then the other one is in between, and the other one is 1800s, where I can go like this and it sticks out like by gobs.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, but thank you, Dark Hair Beauty. There's several people, all females, have said that I don't look 40, and I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna go with it.
Go with it.
No, but as far as beers that I have never
Backup
had,
beer.
which one's that one?
Backup beer
6 Point?
is 6 Point Brewery. It's cream.
Okay.
It is a cream ale that has been dry hopped or dry beaned by coffee beans.
Ooh.
So it's a cream ale that tastes just like a coffee stout.
And that's what I'm hoping with that red ale I'm brewing.
Yeah, but a red ale, which would be, I think, better balanced because this beer is
We'll find
closer
out.
to 2.
Scott and I were actually just talking about it today while I was at work because I'm at work and I have nothing else better to do.
Mhm.
So we're going to talk about the beer we're brewing. We have to stick
Sweet.
the beer in the secondary fermenter.
Mhm.
And I concur that you
shit.
do not look 40 at all.
I can.
But happy. Thank you, lady scientist. I do appreciate that.
Nice.
Anne's happy about it. And when I'm 50 or 60 or something or 80, I hope when I'm 80, I hope I look 60.
Apparently he
It'd be
doesn't
awesome.
perform like he's 40.
What?
He doesn't perform like he's 40.
I don't perform like I'm 40.
Well,
Hey now. Dum-dum. Where's that joke when I
that
need
joke.
it? Anyway,
Right here.
there you go. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that. Better late than never.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I think the end of time. I think that would be one. I'm getting back to the subject. I'm getting
Yes.
away from shower beers and me looking like I'm 28, which is fine by me.
Nice.
Yeah, really.
No, seriously, I'm not gonna complain. Judge the beauty of the ocean by the number of water drops.
Oh,
That's deep.
That is very deep.
That is so
Seriously.
deep. Wow.
I know. Wow.
Nice.
Hey now.
too
Yeah.
deep for this. For the amount of beers I've had already. So
Wait, do you judge my beauty by how the amount of beers I've had? Because
yeah,
I've drank
too
a
deep.
lot. The only thing that goes into I don't drink soda or coffee or anything. Like literally the only 3 things that I actually drink are water,
Mhm.
beer,
Mhm.
and wine,
Okay.
and that's it. That's the only thing that I actually drink, liquid wise.
Mhm.
I judge by the amount of dead fish and garbage I can see in the morning.
That's beautiful. That should be a T-shirt. Dark Your
Be
beer should be in the
toasted.
front.
Woody's-
Toasters in the back.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I can't think of other beers though that I would want to. I keep trying to get back to this. I can't think of other beers that I would want to try, like Toxic Nuclear Penguin or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh,
Another
of
one
course.
by.
Tactical nuclear.
Thank you. I always say
No,
toxic.
sink the Bismarck.
All of them are by
I wanted to
Brewdog.
drink from a squirrel.
That's
Seriously,
Brewdog, yeah.
gotta
I wanted that
squirrel.
squirrel bottle.
It's the oh yeah, the end of time.
Yes.
That's the one with the squirrel bottle. I thought you were saying I was endless squirrel moments, and I was like,
Oh.
well, I'm ADHD.
Me that too.
It's right here, baby.
Oh.
So, anyhow, so tonight's trivia is all about the lovely year that I was born, 1977. Yes, it was 1977 that I was born. Are you guys
11 years before I was born.
11 years before you were born?
Yes.
Well, it's true.
I'm gonna post something in chat. Hey, don't look at it. Everyone else in chat, have a good time. You hear about this beer?
What is that? What is that?
Ever heard about the Yanni beer? Don't look at the video.
I don't want to look at the video.
Don't look at.
Should we play it? Should we play it on?
No, no,
Way.
no. No, it's a beer. It's a beer. It's a legit beer. Yes, it's
I'll
a
look at
beer.
that later.
That definitely.
I found a Kickstarter. That failed, I believe. But it's a beer that is fermented with bacteria from a certain part of a woman's body. Yep.
Wow.
When I was looking up weird ingredients in a beer, this was the number one that came up. I'm like, nope, it's not going to happen to mine.
Now,
it was a bacteria that created a certain lactic acid that was made in a beer, made a Kickstarter.
what?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
I think their initial goal on Kickstarter was something ridiculous, something like $1 million. They only made like 300, but somehow I guess they got it done already. I wanted to back it so bad. I just wanted a pint glass, but you had to get a pint glass and then buy a bottle. I don't want a bottle of this.
Drew, you're
Culture.
sounding like a robot, man.
Oh,
And he's stuck.
You just faded, but he's back.
So are you.
Oh no. So am I. I sound like a robot.
Wait for it.
Robot.
Anyway. Alright, so Casey and Sunshine Band Baby. Alright, there you go. Anthead. Wait. How about Anthead Beer at a Night at the End of Dawns by Kane? Kane is local. I mean, that's Jersey. So we can definitely try to get that. I've never had that, Joe. So Joe, you need to get. You see, you have so many more interesting 40-year-old dancing. Yeah, pretty much. So Joe, you've had so many more, but you got to give me some suggestions, and I'll go out and try some of these bad boys. But I like I said, End of Time is one of my things that I want to try. I've never had a chance to try before.
Nice.
Obviously, that's also it's sewn into a squirrel. So I mean, in itself, that's just insane.
Yes, so good.
All right, I'm glad I didn't click on that link and broadcast that. That would have been
Yeah.
That would have been the end of the show, guys.
Fair warning.
We're not even up to fucking 25 episodes, which is coming soon, by the way. So
It's a creative channel, man.
Yeah.
hey, Joe, you just let me know when you want to come up and drink. I'm always up for drinking. I think the most popular year Escape was born, or the Bee Gees. Casey and Sunshine. Oh, okay, there you go. I got it now.
I get it. There it is.
So, with that said, I think we should do some trivia. Again, ladies and gentlemen, all trivia questions has to deal with the year of 1977. So get ready. There is some fantastic questions. I did a ton of fucking research for this shit. Am I still a robot? No, you're not. You're good, Drew. You're not
What's
a robot.
the prize, Ted?
What?
What kind of prize do we have?
Oh, I'm gonna give away another one of those the pint glasses behind us. The Devil's Backbone with the bottle opener and whatnot.
Nice.
So, all right. So let's jump into. I was looking up Cherry Blossom beer, and I guess I didn't really figure out what that was. Let me toss on some music. I couldn't figure out which one it was though. So, again, if you guys ever all these trivia questions, by the way, all these trivia questions are out there. They're public on Kahoot. So after each one, I always do make them public. So if you ever want to do this with your friends or something else, you can go to Kahoot.com, look up Escape Time, and you can find the trivia questions here. So all right, let's get this going real fast. If anybody wants to join, here we go. It is Kahoot IT. The questions will come up here on the stream. You can use your device, your phone, or even another browser or whatever you want to do. I will read out the questions for you guys as well. Again, this whole thing is about the year 1977. So by all means, jump in when you get a chance. I'm gonna toss on some music here. I'm not gonna put music on from the 70s though.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't. I actually have a whole set of music that I use that isn't banned by Twitch because of the fact that I want to be able to to have like I want to be able to reproduce this and see different stuff here, so people can say, hey, here's your you're not going, Steve. I've been having trouble with iTunes recently. I don't know why.
Also,
I don't know. It's on my laptop. I can't get iTunes to work. So, Ratchet's Bay. There we go.
I found the. It's me. I found the link for the Cherry Blossom Lambic. I threw it in chat.
Nice. There we go. All right, so guys, jump on. The trivia this week is all about the year 1977, the year that I was born. Since I am 40 years old, and this is my birthday. Jump in. I actually researched the hell out of these questions here. Don't know shit about 1977. I didn't even fucking know, and it's all in here, guys. So, Toaster, are you in here yet, man? Because you're the one that loves the trivia, man. So
it's why he stays. He shows up for us banter, and he stays for the trivia.
I'm in Owen, and I can't play. Oh, Toaster.
Oh, no.
Brother.
oh,
You done fucked up is what you did.
All right, so a few more. I'll give you guys another minute or two, and we'll do the trivia here again. The reward, I don't know, whatever we're giving away for this thing is actually another Devil's Backbone pint glass. This lovely little thing here. I will send this to you, and also
Nice,
a Devil's
Pilsner pint glass.
Devil's Backbone bottle opener. I've gotten like a shit ton of these over the years, but I always still use the one that I got years and years ago at a surf competition. I never switch it over on my keychain. And I'll even throw in an extra little bonus here. I got some Devil's Backbone, another type of bottle opener here, and I showed them a little bit a week ago. Here, Kahoot? No, it's K-A. Steve. It's okay. So we have some lovely little Devil's Backbone button bottle openers here. But
where's the Ted one?
Well, I'll let you choose. This might be the prize possession here. The Escape Time official Me Drunk as Hell one. There we go. It's also a bottle opener, so you can go with my face looking shit faced as hell. Look at that bad boy.
Man, I want it so bad so I can open bottles on stream with your face on this camera. It's so good.
No, it's a little bit weird, right? So again, there's a bunch of different ones. There's like their lager, there's the pumpkin hunter. We made it a ton of stuff. I'm enjoying a Tired Hands brain teaser. Oh, lucky bastard you. Look at this stuff. But I think the prize one is going to be my face, drunk as hell. That's the one. I can make the same face. Let's see if I can
smile though.
ooh.
No, not beer. Sorry.
I try my best.
You at least need 2 more beers.
Do you need 2 more beers before that was a lot of beer that day. All right, so let's do this then. All right, if anybody wants to jump in, I'll give you like
3 times a charm.
At least until 37, because now I just turned 36 here. Jump on in if you want it.
40.
We will be until 40. No, I could. The reward for winning trivia this week is a Devil's Backbone pint glass. This lovely glass here.
Nice.
Plus a bottle opener from them. Beer swag all the way around. I'm just kind of curious. Who the fuck is from the 70s, by the way? I just want to kind of curious. They've been in the channel for a while. What?
Who said this?
They were in the channel before the stream started up, but I kind of want to know who that is from the 70s.
His name's from the 70s?
Yeah, it's in the channel.
That's sweet.
I don't know who it is. So
I miss the 70s.
You missed the 70.
I was negative 11. It was great. Good time.
You were negative value in the 70s.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is it. We're done. We're going
my
here.
parents haven't even met each other.
They haven't even met each other? Oh, man.
Yeah.
God. Steve and I both feel really old.
No.
All right, here we go, guys.
I'm here to bring up the demographics.
All right, what was the release date of Star Wars A New Hope? Was it April 21st, 1977? Was it May 25th, 1977? November 28th, 1970? Again, all 1977. Or January 16th, 1977.
I only know the years.
Because Star Wars is turning 40 years. Again, I was born the year that Star Wars New Hope came out. It's no wonder I love Star Wars. What?
You are A New Hope.
I am the New Hope.
Yeah. 70, A New Hope.
How sad. There is another.
There's another. I hope not. I've always said if I was a twin, the world would end. So it would.
Ted could be my father.
Oh God, it could. Possibly, if I was very active in my youth. Yes, it was May 25th, 1977. There you
Day
go.
before my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Let's the next question. Steve is right there. Damn, Steve.
Well, I'm up on. I'll bail out in a little while.
Which movie was not released in 1977? Was it Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Smokey and the Bandit, Saturday Night Fever, or Dawn of the Dead? All very classic movies. But which one was not released in 1977?
Smokey and the Bandit is such a good movie.
I know, right?
I miss that movie. I gotta get that one on DVD and Laserdisc and Beta.
Laserdisc and Beta.
Beta.
It was Dawn of the Dead. Yes, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, a Steven Spielberg movie, was actually released in 1970, and so was Saturday Night Fever. But Dawn of the Dead, I think, was released 1979, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, there we go. Steve is still up there, man. My man's just killing it here. Terry is really close behind though.
He lived it.
Apple Computer ship. If you do not get this right, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
I abstain from this one.
Apple Computer ships their first Apple II computer June 10th, 1977. True or false?
I abstain.
You abstain.
Read the awards behind Steve real quick.
I was around for that. Like I said, I missed
Oh, it's 1978. All right, I was here. Oh, I know, Terry. I know you both were there. You guessed that? All right. What's up, Cassie? You just missed trivia. How are
She
you?
can still join.
Oh, you could still join. You're gonna be like three
Cassie
questions behind.
We notice you, Senpai. Don't worry.
Cassie, I miss you. How are you? So, Apple Computer ships its first Apple II computer on June 10th, 1977. True or false? And I didn't put this in here specifically for you guys, by the way. I saw this. I was like, oh shit! I remember owning an Apple II. I was noticed. You're always noticed, love. Don't worry about that.
I was noticed.
I think they used key cards or chisel bricks back then.
Yeah. Key cards. What is key cards? Is this Doom? What is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Cassette tapes, but who's counting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, Green Giant, if you don't know this either, I'd be very disappointed in you as well. Happy birthday! It is true. The Apple II was actually released in June 10th.
I tried to throw this question, but nobody let me throw this question.
Merry birthday! Thank you, Cassie. I do appreciate it.
Happy birthday!
Steve, you're still rocking this bad boy here.
Ooh, third place. I'll take it. Carrie's in second. Oh, by 36 points. I'm real close.
Joe,
You in there?
you haven't answered one correct, or you're too much enjoying the beer? There
Joe,
we go.
get good.
I did not realize that. That's why I create these trivias first time.
Yeah.
U.S. President Jimmy Carter pardons almost all veterans of the Vietnam War draft evaders. All Vietnam War draft evaders on which date? Was it January 29th, 1977? Again, it's all fucking year 1977, so I'm just going to say the month and day. April 11th, May 21st, or February 23rd, 1977?
Ooh, blind guess that one right there.
Only one of these is right.
Ooh.
I wouldn't know any of these answers. Cassie, it's all about having fun, just coming and play. You know, so.
Once
Too much
again,
beer, can't speak. What? Monica?
Oh, that a girl. That a girl.
Go. Exactly. Applause for Monica. There you go. Golf clap. Golf clap. There we go. Was it President's Day? I don't know. I don't think it was. So.
I'm not gonna call you Cassie, but Senpai, I don't know any of the answers either.
We'll get there. There's a lot.
I'm still in third place.
Hey, it is what it is. So.
I win. I'm in second.
You get
Me? No.
Fuck.
I'm
in
out
fourth
of all
place.
sorts of beer.
You
It
got
was
Steve now.
January 29th. Oddly enough, the rest of those dates are my brother's birthdays and mine. I was born April 11th, which is yesterday, which makes me 40 today. My brother Scott B was born on May 21st, and my brother Jeff was born on February 23rd, which makes the only other date.
Guys, there's a Jeff brother.
We
You lose this Jeff brother.
We haven't seen Jeff in a while. He was only on one show, and it was very long. Crab with hair, short arms, a mutation. What? Not familiar with tech stuff. I'm like a crab. A crab under the rock. I get it. I'm waiting for the grease question. Oh, I looked at that. I did not do that. Oh, Terry Tover took it. Damn, Green Giant. All right. Which funk hit was released in 1977? Funk being the music style. Was it Super Freak by Rick James? Was it Get Down on It by Cool and the Gang?
Get down.
Was it Brick House by the Commodores?
She's a
Or
brick house.
Give Up the Funk by Parliament?
Oh fuck.
All.
I know all those
amazing
songs.
Motherfucking funk songs.
I'm not even gonna look at my phone and hit a button.
Get down on it.
'Cause-
Get down on it.
we should
You
have a moment of silence for.
That's Jungle Boogie. I'm sorry.
We should have a moment of silence for Jay Giles today.
Wait. What?
Jay Giles passed away today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Rip.
it's a sad moment.
I don't keep up with the news anymore, only because, like, I don't have time anymore. Even when I'm home, I get down on my bed every night. To sleep, that
Whoa.
is. Hey!
I mean, there you go.
Nice.
I need to brush up my 70s funk. Yeah.
Me too.
Nah, the 70s
Weird,
funk
right?
was great, man. I love the 70s funk.
Kind of where it ended.
James,
Then New
bitch!
Wave came by and fucked it all up.
Bible funk?
God.
Oh, man. Bible funk.
Bible
Oh,
funk.
it's that thing. It's the crying baby head from what the fuck is that?
Oh, Isaac.
Yeah, Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac. The
It
game
was
good.
Brick House, the Commodores.
Still fourth place.
There we go.
Steve, I'm gonna get you.
Oh man, there we go. In 1977, Muhammad Ali beats Alfredo Evangelos in 15 rounds to retain his heavyweight title. True or false? And Cassie gives me a bunch of fish. I go up.
My favorite new emote. Not gonna lie.
Really, the fish one?
It's so random. Why? Yeah, I know. Like, why? Why do they have fish heads? Sure.
I don't know.
It's so random.
It
I
was
love
actually true. True. He actually beat
Fuck.
Alfredo Evangelos to retain his heavyweight title.
The trick question: he was Cassius Clay back then. It's a joke. I have no idea.
Okay. Take my love. Take my. All right. Well, we do love you, Cassie.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Green Giant.
We love you, senpai.
Took that. Took it.
Brings
All
to a
right.
weird status.
In 1977, the first free elections were held in Spain. In 1977, Spain held its first free elections since which year? 1925, 1958, 1936, or 1942? Oh, you know, the best part about doing this trivia stuff is the fact that I'm actually going out and I'm seeing these things and I'm learning some of this stuff too. And it's kind of cool because some of these I have no idea. Your love, yes.
I'm life
Life is complete. I do miss you, Cassie. There's no doubt about it. So.
Ooh, what is that one? That's a good one.
25. If you said 42, I would say yes. But actually, well, I'm not saying that's the answer or anything like that. But you know.
You were too fast. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's not too fast. Good.
This is 1936 because it was a fascist dictatorship, I think, until that point in time. Because there was.
Oh
Yeah.
History.
So it was 1936. I also have an email too, but you won't see it unless you have MN Heart. Do not know if I have that moniker. I do not know.
Is it? We should get a better Twitch TV.
I do have better Twitch TV here.
Do you have any emote for it? No.
I do, but a lot of them are from Osoda, so I haven't advertised it yet. In 1977,
I see.
Elvis Presley sang his last performance in which of his career in which city? Was it Atlantic City, New Jersey? Was it Dallas, Texas? No. Was it Indianapolis, Indiana? Or Memphis, Tennessee? Hides my shame.
I know this.
What shame?
Shame.
And you have to add it from there. Oh, I gotta add it there. I see.
Okay.
I gotcha.
I think I'm gonna be. I think 4 better Twitch TV emotes coming up my stream. Pretty excited.
It is Indianapolis, Indiana. It was
Got
not
that
Memphis.
way wrong.
Memphis was his hometown. And it's kind of why I threw it in there because Memphis is you think
Elvis.
right? So Green Giant is killing it, man.
In
1977, the English author Michael James Jackson wrote which book on beer? And by the way, if you can use Google,
yeah.
I have no problem with that. Great Beers of Belgium, a pocket guide to beer, a world guide to beer, or a little beer book on beer. Dude, do you have this book?
I have
I would not be surprised if you had this book, by the way.
He's reaching
I
back.
can put all the beer books I have right here. All reach.
Siri, what's the answer? Look, if you want to use Google, I'm not going to say no.
Siri, listen.
Beer Drinker's Guide to the Universe.
Siri, help me out here.
That's why I have my Don't Panic shirt on.
Siri, beer bro.
Don't panic. And by the way, my lovely wife, Anne, she was really mad at me because she wanted to celebrate my birthday, and I told her that she wanted to hold a big old party and whatnot. And I said to myself, I was like, nah, not when I'm 40. When I am 42, we can throw a party. Because 42, ladies and gentlemen, is the ultimate answer to the ultimate question. When I am the ultimate answer,
It's 42.
pretty much that's it.
Nerd.
I'm pretty awesome about that.
Do you want to answer Dark Hair Beauties, by the way?
Water?
It's a water book about, it's a water information book about beer, or
Ooh.
beer book about water. So all that sort of pH knowledge I brought up.
Oh. A world guide to beer. Yes, that was the answer, the question here. It's a Green Giant. Wow, taking the lead there. Google is your friend, man. Unless you knew that, and I'm pretty impressed. So, beer tasting and the evaluation of amateur was a 16-page book written by which authors in 1977? Look, this is a beer talk show, Didn't have some beer questions in here. I'd be disappointed in myself. I'm not even gonna try to fucking read these guys' names out. Half of these people I can't even pronounce their names. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
There you go.
I'm just not gonna try to pronounce
It's
their names.
either triangle, diamond, circle, or square.
Red,
Look,
blue.
I went for all the 1977 questions I could. How much money do you have to have in your bank account? 42. How many times have you been married? 42. What color is the sun? 42.
42.
How many minutes does it take to cook an egg? 42. I've not been married 42 times. Only once. That's it.
I mean, you can cook an egg 42. It's very. That can be seconds. That's very, very short.
I have a lot more money than $42 in my bank account, so I'm good with that one.
Some weeks it's 42.
Yes, Google is your friend if you got this right. But it was Fred Eggert and Itsu Tanaka. I found this interesting. Really, I threw this in because it was just kind of beer facts, right?
Beer facts.
Wow, Green Giant still killing it. All right, Stephen Persano sets a Guinness World Record for doing what in 1977? Eating 50 cannolis in 1 minute. Drinking 1 liter of beer, 33 ounces in 1.3 seconds. Smashing 75 beer cans with his hands in 2 minutes flat. Or baking the world's largest calzone, which fed 200 people. These responses. I'm hoping I didn't break everybody by these questions, but it could be worse. I have a feeling Green Giant's like, Siri,
I think I know it.
tell me this answer. I'm guessing the circle.
Or you're like, Siri.
Beer cans, of course.
Each time you ask a question, you just say Siri before it.
Oh. Yeah.
That's my guess.
It could be. Who knows? I didn't say you couldn't use the thing to do it. It's drinking 1 liter of beer, which is 33 ounces, basically more than this growler of beer in 1.3 seconds. That's a crazy ass record of for Guinness World Record though. Man, Green Giant had this thing going. Sirius definitely fucking helping out right there. I'm gonna tell you. All right, which brewery in 1977 became known as the America's first micro or craft brewery? Was Oak Hills Brewing Company? Was it New Albany Brewing Company, Sierra Nevada, or Roseville Brewing Company?
Ooh, I don't know any of those.
I was wrong, so was I. Yeah. I made up that beer can smashing one. On a roll, definitely Green Giant.
Fooled me. Oops.
It was New Albany. Yeah, so no one got it right. New Albany. It was on Sierra Nevada. They were actually around 1977, but I guess they weren't like public at that point in time. But this is the one, according to. Dang it! There you go. All right. 3 more questions left. Pyramid Brewing Company brewed 1977 lager. The 1977 lager to commemorate the sole NBA championship for this team. Was it Milwaukee Bucks? Was it Cleveland Cavaliers? Sacramento Kings? Or Portland Trail Blazers? This is an actual beer you can get from Pyramid Brewing Company. So.
Pyramid.
Yeah.
The same Pyramid who owns Magic Hat and Genesee.
Probably.
Yes. They bought him out. Who's located in Rochester, New York, which really threw me off why they're in charge of these 4 beers, or these 4 teams. Wow.
It was the Portland Trail Blazers. Yeah. That was it. Yeah, they've only actually won. They've been to the NBA Finals a bunch of times. I used to be a big basketball fan. Siri for the win. There you go. Green Giant gives away his secret right there.
Yeah.
So
he goes, "Hey Siri," and put his phone up to his headphones before he answers the question.
That's right, exactly. Well, I'm wrecked. How are you wrecked?
That girl, she's getting trashed.
In 1970, Sheena is a Punk Rocker was released by which iconic punk band? Was it the Sex Pistols?
Oh,
Was it the Ramones? Was it Black Flag? Or the Damned?
I know it. Because the radio station in my town is all about this band. They need to calm down. I'll give you a hint. All their songs sound the same.
Just kidding, my girlfriend guessed that one.
Yours look the same.
Oh, I got this. I'm about to see. It's definitely the Sex Pistols.
Well, two conflicting answers right there.
I know. It is the Ramones.
That's all right.
All right. Very cool. Green Giant is in the win here. What is not a video game console? This is the last question. That was released in 1977. Was it
no.
the Color TV Game 6?
Color TV.
Atari VCS, which is aka the Atari 2600.
Okay.
Bally
I have
Ask Arcade or Intellivision, which is one that was
Oh,
not.
I had it in television. It was great.
Which is one that's not released in 1977. I'd add a video game question here. Game 6, Color TV Game 6 is actually a Nintendo console.
No shit.
It was Intellivision, yeah. Bailey.
I didn't have the Bailey or the Color TV, but I've had Atari and the Intellivision.
Yeah. Well, the Color TV Game 6, any Color TV games, like game engines here, were actually only released in Japan. So, good to know, right? And with that, it looks like Green Giant has just tore away with the victory. You know, my good man. If you already have this, I can give this to you. If not, I can give it to you anyway. Unless you want to pay for it and give it away to someone else. You already have this stuff. But you're local. We'll meet up, and then figure out a time we can meet up, and then we'll.
I can give.
You can give it to him.
My buddy Matt.
Oh, the beer song. I've actually turned up all the volume of the beer, all the other stuff because it's pretty.
Thank God. Yeah.
It's super loud. Seth was telling me the other day. He's like, dude, you got to cut those sound effects in half because those fucking things are so loud.
Yeah.
So I did exactly that. Guys, thank you for joining me on my birthday stream. I am 40. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not panicking. Got my stuff going on here.
Before we go, can I make a plug?
Sure, go ahead.
To remind chat that I am brewing this Friday. I'm doing this mushroom beer.
Yes.
The mushroom English IPA. So check out this name here, Retrosphere.
Yeah, definitely.
And, I think I'll be brewing around 10 a.m. in the morning.
10 a.m. in the morning.
Yep.
Go give Rochester a follow, for the love of God, if you haven't done it already. And he will be brewing his Iron Brewer series with the mushroom beer on Friday.
Yes, correct.
Friday. Green Giant, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Happy birthday. Yeah. It is. Oh.
I pressed the wrong button. We're good.
Hey,
wow.
Now Steve is Drew and Drew is Steve.
That's right.
Hey!
All right, man.
Best time screwed up.
I haven't been drinking that much. Tease. Otherwise.
Means you fucked up.
What's up? Steve, what did you say?
I'm going to give a plug too. Actually, once for what I reviewed,
Oh yeah, let's go through that.
Yeah, so well, you
start it off. No, start off. So go for it.
Yeah, you should end actually. But my plug is actually for my buddy Terry, who has residence also in Vermont. And, next time, Drew, we got to come and find you and
for sure.
Out with you for sure. But yeah, Prohibition Pig took up residence where Alchemist was born, and they are doing some really good brews. And I gotta say, the Crowler this evening of Bantam, really nice American double IPA was quite nice, and has earned a place yet again.
Well, let's be honest, man. That
Vermont beers are Crowlers.
You gotta start moving the Apple rewards. The awards there.
Priorities.
Decades of awards. So yeah, Prohibition Pig, good guys, and thank you to Terry for hosting us and getting us up there. And we're looking forward to many more trips to Vermont. So we'll come and see you, Drew.
Yeah, you got plenty of beer to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since it was a Vermont themed birthday stream, which I wasn't intending, but hey, it works out well. This is actually the Crowler that I got from Drew. He gave me Drop-In, Sunshine, and Hoppiness. It was a 5% Belgian Pale Ale, which in the end turned out, a lot of the flavors actually came out in the end of it. But this is fantastic, and it is a big beer. I mean,
it's a head-sized can.
Yeah, it's a 32 ounces of beer. So, unfortunately, he suggested that we should do 40s, but none of them actually fit within the rules.
Yeah.
So, and thank you, Dark Hair Beauty. I appreciate the birthday wishes, and happy birthday to you.
That's right.
It is your birthday, so fellow Aries unite. We are the God of War. So, and Drew, what beer did you?
I did Better Days from Hop and Moose Brewery in Rutland, Vermont. It was a 9% alcohol double IPA English style. I gave it around a 2.5 to 3. A little nutty, but it's pretty good.
It's a bit nutty.
A bit nutty.
A bit nutty from those.
But aren't we all?
Why we're here.
It's definitely that. Yeah, I can definitely say that we're a bit nutty. But guys, so in the up and coming weeks, before we go, I want to let you guys know we have several things planned. Right, besides the regular stream on Crowded Kitchen. What is up?
Ooh, I have to do one more shout out.
Go for it.
All right, this guy, Crowded Kitchen, right there, just hop in chat. He's the motherfucker who just sent me half a pound of mushrooms I'm brewing for. Yes. It's going to be sort of supplying the mushrooms to the beer I'm brewing on Friday. So check him out. He does a lot of creative streams.
Oh, yeah. He does a lot of kraut. You can see him smashing his kraut into...
Yeah. As he holds one child in one arm and then...
Yeah, one child. Exactly. It's dynamic. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see the beer brewing. With the mushrooms this Friday.
Right.
So
I'm cooking tomorrow.
You're what?
I'm making a bunch of sausage.
Oh, right. You're doing sausage tomorrow.
Yep, doing bratwurst. I'm doing a smoked kielbasa, and I'm also doing a pork and apple and cider sausage.
Oh,
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So you just shouted out Happy. I don't know who Happy is, Monica, but crowded. But hey, whatever works. I love that shit.
That guy though.
So guys, here's the deal. So we are actually working on figuring out a way we can actually broadcast live our first Brewfest. I've worked out the power. I've worked out the power situation.
You bought that $300 battery bank, didn't you?
No. A friend of mine is actually lending me his fucking happy birthday to you, bunch of beer drinking bandits. That's awesome. Thank you, Crowded Kitchen.
What a hashtag.
I love that shit. So a friend of mine, Larry, from Mount Laurel, is actually going to be let me borrow his Honda generator. We're gonna be setting up a separate generator away,
Okay.
so I can actually have small little generator. It's no bigger than like this, and
Is
like,
this generator gonna drown out the whole stream?
no, I got cords. I'm just gonna like.
We're gonna get.
Okay.
The only thing he said is like I need to be able to. I need to. The 40 is new black. Yes, it is. I needed to lock that to a tree, but I got to go out there and actually go and test out the internet connection because I will be using my lovely 4G cell phone to broadcast the actual entire Brewfest. If it doesn't fucking work out well, I'm gonna bring my shit anyway. We're gonna power it up and we're gonna tape it. We're gonna tape the entire thing.
Yeah.
And we'll upload the whole thing.
We're gonna get it.
Sweet.
So that
It won't be live, but it will be a thing.
yeah, we probably won't be able to have the mobile cam, but I've kind of have faith. I have faith. I'm gonna go out and test out the thing. And Steve, you said you wanted to come out and hang out and test it out. So
Yep.
we'll figure that out. So that is
Awesome.
gonna be May 6th. In
6 de Mayo.
Say tomorrow.
yes,
Yeah.
6 de Mayo. It's not Cinco. It's 6 de Mayo. It's actually quite true. So. Anyway, keep tuning for that. I'll give you guys some more updates on what we're going on with that. We have a bunch of other things we're planning. I'm working with talking with the Chamonix Brewing Company, Chamonix Creek Brewing Company, go and visit their brewery. My friends at 2 Ton, my friend Jim, who owns that brewery. We're gonna try to do some other streams with that. So beyond the normal stream that we do every week on Wednesday, there's a lot of things coming up. Let's find someone real fast to drop a host to. Oh, I'm using the wrong mouse. That's why it's not going here. All right. You know what? I'm gonna give a host to my boy Clay Corp. Right? Clay is actually a streamer that does a lot of stuff for Minecraft. But currently he is actually a very accomplished stained glass maker.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, yeah. No, like I didn't know he had this talent until he did this stuff. So let's raid my boy Clay.
Is he doing that now? Is he doing like
He is
stuff?
creating stained glass as we speak.
Sweet.
My boy Clay Corp. Go raid him. Please only post that shit once. But go check him out. Tell him that Escape Time, aka Soda, because he may not remember that I changed my name. It is what it is.
This guy.
This guy. You know, so he is fantastic. Go check him out. He's doing live stained glass making right now. We will see you guys next Wednesday. Thank you again for hanging out, everybody.
That'll be the 19th, by the way.
It is the 19th, yeah, next Wednesday. And I just want to say thank you to both of you guys before we go. You guys have been a huge support to what I've been doing. So thank you, Drew. Thank you, Steve. You know, thank you again.
No problem. Yeah, happy birthday. For
And
sure.
thank you for hanging out and coming along. And even thank you to my cat who just busted
Aw.
into my office here.
Shout out Escape Cat.
Escape Cat. There we go. All right. Go tell Clay Corp we said hello. Drop him a follow if you can. And we will see you next Wednesday. Have a fantastic Dargo. Your cat. Good night, guys. We'll see you soon. Where the hell is that? There it is. The end screen. All right. Escape Cat. And there we go. Escape Cat. Go tell Clay I said hello. All right.
Is there someone called Escape Cat? That'd be great.
I hope not. That'd be funny as hell.
Wait.
Wait for it. Is there?
I am gonna follow them though.
Oh.
There is an Escape Cat.
There's Escape Cat.
I'm the first one.
That's funny as hell. Good night, guys. We'll see you next Wednesday. Have a good night.